Happy Independence Day, Great Britain! I hope you guys are doing really well, especially my UK subscribers and viewers on both BitChute and YouTube. I hope you guys are having an excellent time celebrating the fact that your country is now leaving the EU at long last. And considering what I've been seeing from news articles and YouTube and a lot of footage, you guys are having a major blast in Trafalgar Square, outside of the gates of Parliament, celebrating like it's the 4th of July. And I don't blame you. Leaving the EU is a major moment. You are finally taking control of your own destiny, taking control of what you want to do with your country. And now in all honesty, because of this, I see a positive future for the country of Great Britain. But it gets even better with how the Remainers have been acting towards this overall issue on Twitter. In fact, Sargon of Akkad, also known as Carl Benjamin, posted a video on his channel Akkad Daily on YouTube, in which he showed many of these tweets and how badly the Remainers are acting towards this, from hashtag not my Brexit to screw the Brexiteers, to even saying they don't respect what's been going on and they will not respect the decision to leave. Which, by the way, this rhetoric is the reason why the British population decided to vote for the Conservatives back in December. You do realize that, right? But if you guys want to look at the video yourself, I will be putting it down in the description down below. But you know what's more satisfying? Looking back since 2016, 3.5 years ago, you guys decided to go to the polling stations to vote whether or not you want your country, the United Kingdom, to be in the EU. And guess what? 52% of you guys voted to leave. And it was a joyous occasion. But a lot of people in both the Conservatives and the Labour Party wanted to remain in the EU and just tried to solve the overall process. And it shows, especially within Theresa May's administration. After Theresa May took over David Cameron's job as Prime Minister after resigning from the results of the Brexit referendum, she toed a very fine line between the Remainers and the Brexiteers, not really satisfying anyone, especially within her own party. And it got her confidence, the confidence in her leadership was so bad that in 2017, the Conservatives lost a lot of seats, many of them to Labour as a result. It was so bad that the Conservatives had to join in a coalition with the British Unionist Party just to remain in control of the majority seats in Parliament. It was really bad. But still, Theresa May tried to carry on as Prime Minister until 2019, where she finally resigned. That's when we finally got Boris Johnson, and the Brexiteers took control of the party and took control of the platform, making it official the Conservatives wanted Brexit. Now, of course, there were still a few Remainers within Parliament, not just in Labour, but a few of the Conservatives, that tried to derail Boris Johnson's plan for Brexit. But to no avail. Even going so far as to pass a bill which would effectively forbid a no-deal Brexit, they still lost. Because as a result of what has been going on with Parliament, as a result of this delay after delay after delay, and the lack of a passage of an overall Brexit deal, Boris Johnson called for a general election in December 2019, in which the Conservatives gained more seats than since their big election results in the 1980s. It was so big that it was one of their best since the 1980s. And Labour, their loss was worse since the 1930s. That long. And it goes to show how much people wanted Brexit to be over with, how they just wanted it done, how they wanted the referendum to be carried out. And Boris Johnson and the Conservatives sold on that platform successfully. And thanks to the vote of confidence from the British public, Boris Johnson has managed to convince Parliament to pass a Brexit deal. Or, well, not exactly a Brexit deal, but to officially say that they're going to be leaving on January 31st. And it's already that time. You are now officially out of the EU. Now, it's true that you guys are having an 11-month transition period. Now, during that transition period, there's going to be a lot happening. How you guys are going to try to redefine your relationship with the EU and try to seek out new partners, specifically like the United States. In fact, there's an idea from President Donald Trump in order to establish a new trade deal by the end of this year. And I see that happening, especially with a positive relationship between Boris Johnson and Donald Trump. I see a free trade deal going positively and passing by the end of this year, in my personal opinion. And with America as a major economic power, this would provide a major financial boost and job growth within the United Kingdom. But I think it's the trade relationship specifically with the EU is going to be the most interesting. Because the EU has been very, very vocal about wanting to have as much of a grip on in terms of trade, even before before the UK officially left. People obviously do not like that. In all honesty, that tumultuous history, that negative history is definitely going to be a major factor in the overall negotiations. And I don't think that's just in my own personal opinion. I don't think the EU and the UK are going to make a trade agreement. If they do, that's completely great, but it's going to be completely hard. After all, the United Kingdom specifically wants a free trade deal, 0 tariffs, 0 quotas. They don't want anything to stand in the way of their products entering into the UK and just having them, and they don't want to have all this regulation and crap that they have to be subjected to the European Union as a result. But considering that major demand, I don't know how the European Union is going to act as a result. I really don't. That's why I say that the United Kingdom is not going to have an actual trade agreement with the EU. In all likelihood, it would actually be a legit hard Brexit. They would just cut themselves off from the European Union. And I don't know how that might fall good in terms of Great Britain's economy. But if there is a trade deal between the United States and the UK, there would be a potential of the UK falling back on that trade deal and being pretty reliant upon that trade agreement. Considering that, I think that I personally believe that would be seen as a major major leverage against the EU, and would definitely it would potentially hurt the EU, especially since the UK is the 6th largest economy in the world. I think that having with the EU, them not having a trade agreement with the UK would spell potential disaster. But in all likelihood, I would say that a trade deal is unlikely at this point, although things could easily change within that 11-month transition period. Things could easily change, considering like economic forecasts, bank interest, and just financial stability in general. But for right now, that's why I'm sticking with. Because despite that, right now I see a positive future for Great Britain. I see an economic boom coming for Great Britain. If they manage to get a trade deal with the US or the European Union, or even both, it would be a massive boost to the British economy, and it would definitely enrich the entire populace. Plus, considering that, it would definitely be a major boost in public approval for Boris Johnson. After all, considering that he's already delivered upon Brexit, having a boost in the economy would further cement the Conservatives' hold on Parliament. But already, I think people are not focusing right now on the future. They're just celebrating. They are celebrating hard, like it's the 4th of July, and it definitely is a great time for the United Kingdom to celebrate their Independence Day. My name is Noah Me and the Art Truth. Please post your comments down below, like this video, subscribe, and share with your friends. Also, if you have any issues regarding my videos, such as how I speak, how I frame my videos, or any other improvements you suggest, or any topics you want me to look at, please post them down in the comment section down below, or directly message me up above. Thank you.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain.